How dare you? How dare you? This is what Tencent said to Sony in current year. Kind of funny. Tencent responds to Sony lawsuit against Slavish Horizon clone, stating its claims of originality are startling. This is over on Eurogamer. Tencent has responded to Sony's Horizons lawsuit, claiming its actions adventure game Light of Mortarum uses time-honored genre tropes. Now, if you haven't seen this yet, if you haven't seen this game, and you haven't seen the similarities it has to Horizon Zero Dawn, you're gonna smirk, because the similarities are not only obvious and blatant, they didn't even try in some areas. They don't even try, man. This is crazy. They claim that they're startling. Plaintiff Sony has sued a grab bag of Tencent companies and 10 unnamed defendants about the unreleased video game Light of Mortarum, alleging that the game copies elements from Sony's games Horizon Zero Dawn and its spin-offs. At bottom, Sony's effort is not aimed at fighting off piracy, plagiarism, or any genuine threat to intellectual property. It is an improper attempt to fence off a well-trodden corner of the popular culture and declare it Sony's exclusive domain. Sony previously claimed that Horizon Zero Dawn was like no fictional world created before or since. In response, Tencent claimed that this is flatly contradicted by Guerrilla itself, pointing to a behind-the-scenes documentary where the art director admitted the game's central premise has been done before, specifically in 2013 game Enslaved Odyssey to the West. You got a point there. The lawyers are fighting, chat. Mom and dad are fighting. They're not mom and dad, but that claim is startling because it is flatly contradicted by Sony's own developers, not to mention the long history of video games featuring the same elements Sony seeks to monopolize through this lawsuit. Let's just get right down to it. Let's not even beat around the bush. They copied the game. They straight up copied the game. So the point he makes here is valid. That Sony did, Guerrilla, not Sony, but the Guerrilla did contradict themselves. That's true. But y'all copied the game. You straight up copied the game. There's no remote doubt. Y'all were sitting there looking at frame by frame of Horizon Zero Dawn as you were developing this game. You're like, well, they do this, let's do that. It's happening a lot. It's happened a lot. But matter of fact, I'm going to be playing the game today that did it. Arena Breakout Infinite. They looked at Tarkov. They were like, they were copying frame by frame everything that game did. Let's be real. There's no doubt about it at all. They copied it. So now we're getting down to the legality of whether copying it is legitimate or not. Like, look at this photo. Come on, man. There's no doubt about it. There's absolute no doubt about it. Just like Pal World and Pokemon, they copied it. Oh man. So anyway, this lawsuit is going to be very interesting because I think it's going to set a precedent for a lot of future lawsuits that are going to be coming out, because Tencent's on a roll. A lot of these clones, they're popping them out like Delta Force, Battlefield clone, and Tarkov clone, ABI, Tarkov clone. You got this game, Horizon clone. Not to mention all the other games that I haven't even seen yet that pretty much straight up copy popular games out there. It's a trend over there. And the sad part is, this is the sad part, they're not bad games. They're actually fun. Like Delta Force was amazing till the cheaters took it over. ABI, I'm enjoying the crap out of that. I like it a lot more than Tarkov, but it's a direct copy. And we also have to look at it like this. It's like video games copy each other. That's what we do. Every great game out there copied some other game, and they used that as inspiration, and they made it their own, right? Now, the transformative nature of how much the copying happens and of that happened and how much they change and stuff, that's the part that a lot of people like to look at a microscope. Like, you can copy a type of game, but you probably need to put your own DNA in that, right? You need to make your own spin on it to make it valid. And I think that's where a lot of the great games came from. They weren't like carbon copies. They were like genre defining elements copy, and maybe a couple of game mechanics copy that made the game what it was. What we see here is kind of like that. It's the art style is, I think, is where we can see a lot of the copying and pasting, and the monsters, these hybrids of dinosaurs and robots is like something that you don't see very often, right? So when you see it again after we saw it in Horizon Zero Dawn, because when I saw it in Horizon Zero Dawn, I was like, what the heck is this? I had never seen that before. If you guys have, there's Turok the Dino Hunter, maybe there was some robot stuff, I think, in that game. But Horizon Zero Dawn, man, I had never seen anything remotely like that. And for this game to come out and just do it again, and then be like, oh, that's crazy, no, come on. But this is lawyer speak. This is not, this is not the game devs. This is legalities, legal speak, and stuff like that. Well, actually, who are we quoting here? Is it lawyer? I think it is a lawyer, right? Yeah, I think it is a lawyer. PR person or lawyer, same difference in my mind. But yeah, this is crazy. It says they continue by suing over an unreleased project that merely employs the same time-honored tropes embraced by scores of other games released both before and after Horizon, like Enslaved, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Far Cry Primal, Far Cry New Dawn, Outer Wilds, Biomutant, and many more. Sony seeks impermissible monopoly on genre conventions. That's a good point, but you copied the game, man. Listen, there is genre tropes, like he said, and this is the point I make. There's genre honoring and time-honored tropes from these genres, multiple genres that people have done, but they didn't make a girl dressed like this, and it didn't have robot freaking dinosaurs and animals running around. You copied Horizon Zero Dawn. You did. You took that part of the game, you copied it. That's what Sony's suing for, right? Sony's not going to sue these other games because you can look at Outer Wilds, you can look at Biomutant, you can look at Far Cry Primal, you can be like, these are kind of different. Far Cry Primal might be an exception because I think Far Cry Primal does have some robot dinosaurs in it. I think so. But anyway, because I've never played it. But this is blatant. This is taking it too far. You can copy, you can be inspired, you can do all this stuff, but when you take it this far, it's like, come on, man, that's just, you're copying the game. You just, like, can I copy your homework? Let me change my name at the top. It's like, come on, man. There's a limit to this stuff, and I think Tencent, in general, they're pushing the limits. They don't care anymore. They own so much, they got so much money, they actually don't care anymore. They're pushing every facet of this, and Sony's like, that's enough. And I agree with Sony for this lawsuit. I really do, because they are taking it too far. They really are. Check it out, chat. Over there. Where is this? This is on Eurogamer. Tencent responds to Sony's lawsuit, calling their claims slavish. I'm sorry, startling. Calling these things startling because their devs contradicted themselves, and they did. They actually did. They said that the game was original, but it was actually based on something else. So, gotcha. Got a gotcha moment. What can you do, right?